Alright guys, we're out here in my workshop now, and as you can see I've got everything laid out on this one sheet of plastic. This is an evergreen product. It's a 12-inch by 24-inch sheet, and I believe when I originally bought this it was about $14. You're not going to get a prototype building for $14, so you actually have to make it. Anyhow, as you can see, I've got the tower all ready to go. Track side wall, truck side wall, front wall, and rear wall. I always try to use the factory edge so I can get it as pretty square as I can. What I'm going to be using for this is Model Masters glue, and then I'm going to be using the 294 angle for the corners, and then I'm going to be using the 175s for the corner support, inside corner supports. Tools I'll be using, a couple of metal straight edges, always a square, pencil, scale rule, and an eraser. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this stuff out, and I will do a mock-up and put it on the layout and show you guys how it's going to look. I want you to keep in mind this is the third time I'm doing this building. The first one was the original one for my layout, but I had an offer from one of my buddies, one of my subscribers, Paul, who made me an offer I couldn't refuse. He wanted the building, and he traded me some rolling stock and a locomotive for the building. Anyhow, the second one is an HO scale of the same model that's on my buddy David Durbin's layout. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's go ahead and start cutting this out. I'll be right back. Alright guys, there you go. There's all my parts cut out. I didn't want to do all the cutting on video. It would have been too long because I don't have a sharp blade to start with, and as you saw in the clip, when I was trying to break it apart, it was giving me a little rough time. So I went ahead and cut them off camera. Anyhow, everything is all cut out right now, and what we're going to do is I'm going to do a mock-up with some tape and so on and so forth, and then we'll go ahead and put this on the layout, and I'll show you what it looks like on the layout. So stay tuned and we will be right back. Alright guys, here's a mock-up of what it looks like, and over here we're going to have a very large opening, and there'll be a canopy right here for truck loading and unloading. There'll be a people door back there, and on this side here we're going to have a garage door, even though I got it covered up with tape right now. And then this is going to be how it's going to look. Now, you guys may be asking why I have two of these towers up here. I was thinking that maybe I should make a full wall there, even though the prototype is only a tower, and that tower actually belongs on that side. So this is how it's going to look on the layout, and I just want you to know that because of the space available, my original one was 15 inches long. This one's only 12 inches long, but it fits where I need to put it. There'll also be a little office building in this area right here. So anyhow, I'll go ahead and work on this a bit more, and I will decide whether I want to put a full wall where the tower is, or just leave it the way it's supposed to be as prototype. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll be back with more on this build. Alright guys, now that I was happy with the mock-up on this building, I went ahead and started cutting out some of the openings. As you can see on the tower, there's 3 windows, one on each side there, and on here there's also another one. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut these guys out, the doors. And this door here, I mean, they're all guesstimated sizes. I know that when I was there for my tour, that they actually have a bobcat that goes in and out of here that scoops up the material, because there's a couple of bins inside of here. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this out, and after it's all cut out, we'll start assembling the structure and we'll see how it turns out. Alright guys, now that all the holes are cut out, I'm happy with the way they look. Everything is measured up and seem to fit pretty well. As you can see, I've got a lot of the supports already cut out. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can take your front wall and put it on the outside of the side wall, or you can do it with the front wall on the inside of the main wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put mine on the inside, and the reason for that is I cut all these walls the same width, so they all will fit inside the building. It also keeps the building a little bit more firm, because I noticed that this was also kind of warping. So with all that being said, my supports will go on the inside up against the edge, like that, and then when this dries up, we can attach it to the respective walls. Anyhow, let's get going on this, and we'll see how it works out.